this bandit group called the Red Brands. In proceeding to fight and try to clear out these people, we were ambushed by 3 bugbears that happened to be left inside the Red Brand hideout where we were, in a room that we had heard and listened to, but we left unchecked and forgot about it, and they proceeded to ambush us from behind, and we narrowly survived. We find ourselves right now as the group sitting outside the Sleeping Giant Inn. We have one Red Brand. The Fawn is holding a one of the bandits in a tied up rope, holding him at a distance, and we have a bugbear that has so far been made docile. He is missing an arm, currently bleeding on the ground, narrowly surviving. We find ourselves talking to the bugbear and him claiming he is from Cragmaw Castle, a goblinoid type hideout, which we do not know where it is. So, my friends, we find ourselves talking to this bugbear. He's docile. He's tied up. He kind of needs bandages, if I wasn't gonna lie. He's losing health. He's okay right now, but oh, you did heal him? Yes. Like okay. Yeah, like 7 points. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, and then Skullface is standing ready at the aim next to the bugbear, but as Skullface is close, standing about here to his left, I walk up to Skullface on my turn, and I grab his hand and I put it down, and I push it a little bit lower. I'm like, easy, my friend. Let the man speak. Let's see what we can get out of him. And we will. There's time for ideal threats very soon, my friend. Just don't want your blast going off. I kind of say it in a joke. He told us about the Black Spider and the castle, and we were talking about having him lead us there. So what do you guys think? What was it? What? 3 head. Alright, a loyal demon said steed here. Yes, chill, Cameron. I won't be able to talk as much, because we're doing the adventure, but definitely don't be afraid to say stuff. Bought him an ale the other day. There you go. Getting into that role play. That's what I like to hear, my friend. I want to know what he knows about Glassstaff. Okay. Skullface walks up to the bugbear, and the bugbear is sitting there kind of like, with his one arm tied to his waist, and he asks, what does he know about about Glassstaff? He looks to you and says, Glassstaff was the leader of this group in Red Brand. He works for the Black Spider under his orders. Under his orders, we were sent here. The three bugbear, the 2 of us and myself, were sent here to back up Glassstaff and to keep the town in check. We came out of the room and we saw that the whole hideout was emptied. So the next thing to do was to find the Red Brands or head back to Cragmaw Castle. I don't know where Glassstaff is. What's up, Circuit Fry? Welcome. Nahayo. That's your question. That's pretty much what he knows about. Is there anything else you want to ask? Skullface asks, do you know where he might be? I did answer that. He does. I do not. Last thing we saw, he was in his chambers, working working with magic. Clark does not understand magic. As far as where he might be, so Skullface reiterates is like where he might be. He most likely ran to the Black Spider. But if I know the Black Spider, you better not return empty-handed. Or you might be leaving without a hand. Do you have any? Skullface Priest say, "Do you have any valuables? If you do, cough them up." He proceeds to reach into his pocket and hand you 30 gold. His sword, or his mace. Sorry, his mace stands next to him. Are on the floor, next to him. It is a normal mace. Does the normal damage. I believe it's a 1d8, whatever your strength is. Or 1d6. I'll look it up if you want to keep it. Go ahead and write that down. Keep your money written down, Skullface. Well, he doesn't reach into his pocket, but you reach into his pocket because his hand is tied, and you find and he lost an arm, and you find 30 gold. Details.
Forever stuck, not being able
Forever
to
stuck.
get into his left pocket.
Yeah, forever stuck, not being able to get into his left pocket. You proceed to reach into his left pocket, bloodied as it is on his side. All right, Cameron. Well, I hope to see you again. We can chit chat and talk when I'm not focusing on the D&D adventure. I'm away from the book. Right. M. I grabbed and you grabbed the mace. Okay, so put that down. Make note. Put a just put, normal mace. It doesn't have any abilities or anything like that. But keep track of your gold, because I won't keep track of your gold. I'll know if you have way too much gold than what you should be having. Don't worry about that. But as far as the little details of gold, keep track of your gold. It's important. What time is it? Go ahead and make a nature check, Monarch. Oh, what did you ask? I'm sorry. Is anybody? Cowgirl proceeds to ask: is anybody needing to do anything in town before we have him lead us to the castle? As long as somebody watches him, yeah, I can keep him in check. Keep him in check, yeah.
I went with Blue last, so me and Blue
Yeah, Cowgirl has, if you didn't remember, she has already went to the store today. If you guys want to proceed to go to the store, you can. She says she'll keep watch. We can ride him into town. Not ride him, but you know what I mean. Just gotta be careful, He's one arm. He's not much of a threat.
I know, but we should say where we're at and that we're these super.
Monarch rolls a 14. You look into the sky and you see it about midway towards the south east. So you detect that it's about 5 p.m. on the dot. No, we started this about 10 in the morning. I think we got up and everybody started doing stuff. I remember, and it's been about 5 p.m. right now. I want to buy a boomerang. All right, so that's one vote to go into town. Skullface. We still have a red brand tied up as well. What do we want to do with him? Ooh. All right, well, I'm going to have, we'll have Gothix chill with you at least too. And Blue. Blue's here. I just don't like... Cowgirl offers and says, I will keep watch. And Blue grabs his poleaxe and hits it to the ground and goes, I will stay with my lady. And Gothix tips his hat. And yeah, we all know what that means. Hey, what's up, Ranger Paul? Great to see you. Come sit. The crystal ball is presenting our adventure scrying on a flat illusion. Cowgirl proceeds to say, I tell the bugbear if he sits here calmly, I'll cast another healing spell. The bugbear, takes a step back and nods, and he asks if he can sit down. And Cowgirl answers yes. So he sits down and shows he is docile, because he would have to get up and with one hand. Good luck getting up with one hand. So go ahead, you can heal him. Or are you ready to?
He has to sit here until.
Okay. So she says when he chills. Okay. Maxamillios, according to my church, they gave me a new role, a knight of the acrostic movement. Yeah. Acrostic movement, 2018. Ooh, well, congratulations, Sir Knight. We are doing our adventure. Sit, enjoy. Can I try to get information from him? Go ahead. What do you want to ask? Just state what you want to ask. You can ask him anything, or just in his abilities. Blue proceeds to walk around the right side of him and chill. Monarch, anything you want? Okay, you want to go buy a boomerang? I vote we can go to the store too. Where was the boomerang at? Does anybody remember? Was it the smithy? I don't remember. Do you remember where the boomerang was at, sir? I don't remember. Can you try to get information from the red band?
We were selling it.
Yeah, you can. What do you want to ask? Just go ahead. Play it out. Just be specific. What are you asking? I was napping. All right, hang on. There. I think it was the smith. Okay, so Monarch votes to go towards the smithy. What? Oh, yeah. Why? Because that's where you were chilling. Yep. I walk up and ask how many people. Okay, so Skullface proceeds to walk around and walks up to the red brand. He is not really struggling. He's just kind of chilling there because he has assessed his situation, but his hands are to his side. And Skullface comes up and asks him how many more red brands are in the tap house. He proceeds to answer you. Oi, we were the only ones left. We weren't supposed to be here. We were supposed to head back to the hideout, but the only one left in there is Grilda, the dwarven the dwarven lady who runs the ball. Everybody has a raspy voice. Sleeping Giant sounds like Skyrim. It's very close.
Dad knows.
What? If anything was on the table, it's in the same pile that's at the edge of the table. I tried to keep all of it together. School stuff, things that look like school stuff, like bill stuff. Of course. So anything that's in that pile was on the table. I promise. It was blue, wasn't it? Was it blue? Sorry. Hang on, guys. Homework stuff, kid. Hang on. I'm sorry. Organized mess. I had to help find kiddos reading homework stuff. I made a pile. I cleaned the table, but I made it into a pile. And so I had to help find it. Excuse me. Family. All right. So I walked up and asked how many people on the bar. Okay, good. Thank you very honestly. You will not die by my hand, says Skullface. A look of a little more confidence. And he nods. He does kind of one of those, scared nods. My lord, are there any websites that show me recommendation starting stats for a ranger? Absolutely. I would look up a video by a guy named, I believe, Dungeon Forge. he can show you how to build. I looked up the ranger one kind of when I was building LOLs, and he's like how to build a ranger. I would also look up the Davy Chappy ranger video, but he's a little biased because he doesn't like the ranger. I think there's a revisioned ranger that I would allow in the game because it has a little more bonuses to your terrain that you pick. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so he proceeds to anything else. All right, so we all want to go to the store. Is that pretty much what I'm hearing here? So everybody agrees to go to the store. You guys are gonna stay here and watch him near the inn. Did you want to go anywhere? Take him anywhere? Off this side, maybe away from the inn or anything like that?
Top of the hill.
Okay. Cowgirl's voting to move up towards the top of the hill, away from the inn. Hence, maybe somebody might be. If everybody's cool with that, we can kind of head into here. Pro Gamer Guns proceeds to, yank, pulls the rope as he walks past Skullface. So Skullface still keeping an eye on him, is to not put his guard down, even if a guy is wrapped up. Anything else you guys wanted to do? Otherwise, we can start heading to the store if there's any other questions. Cowgirl tells everybody as they're walking away to remember to buy some health potions and pick up some extra health potions. So you, me, and Monarch, Skullface, Monarch, and Max, we gonna head to the store? I'm sure Pro Gamer Gun will show up and come to the store too, but so far she's just gonna chill and have backup with. So I walk up to the bugbear and tell him I'm sorry for blasting off his arm, but you did hurt my friend. He proceeds to, he doesn't say anything. He looks to you, but kind of looks away. Like your words didn't really mean too much. The word of not being attacked probably meant more to him, it seems. Or not being killed while being, maimed. Okay, so, Max, Monarch, and Skullface start walking downtown, down the main road into Phandalin. Oh, guess what I did? No. Oh, you junk. Let's play the ad twice, because that's what I wanted. That starts playing. I turn that off, but okay. So we head into town. We walk side by side, kind of talking about our past battle, enjoying our company, talking about the things that went down. Did you see that when he blasted his arm off? And did you see that when Monarch giggled at the bugbear with one arm, and then he accidentally got him on the backswing? It's like we kind of tease Monarch a little bit, but we all laugh, and it's all in good fun, and it was a good battle. Alright, so we find ourselves walking up to the smithy, and we see Mr. Tall Steel working in his outside forge. We walk up to him, and he's wearing, leather gloves, still got his apron on, heavy, and he needs to take off his apron and put it aside, and asks, good day. What can I get you? These are my wares. I hope you find everything to your liking. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You're right. Okay, so let me pull up the menu. Yay, it's there. I believe this is the right one, too. Double check. Yep, it is. Okay. That's okay, baby. There you go. Do you need me to make it bigger or anything? Or if you have any questions about the menu, just feel free to ask. I can tell you, what it means or something if you don't understand it. And if you can't read it. A little better. So Skullface walks up to the Mr. Tallsteel and pulls out the mace out of his pack and asks, how much is this worth? And Tallsteel grabs the mace and puts it in his hand, and you see it, and well, it's not too bad, not too bad. Sturdy construction, but it's got a couple of scratches. I'll give you 10 gold for it. Monarch also, as he's looking at the mace and talking to Skullface, after he's done with his question, Monarch proceeds to ask Tallsteel, can I bargain the can I ask, can I get that boomerang for 45 coin? And Tallsteel looks at you. 45, my friend. Whew. Yeah, I'll bring it down to 50 for you. I'm gonna rape their. Woof. That's harsh. That's arranging. We don't use that language in this kingdom. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, I can get 20. Is that what you're telling him that you want to get? You want him to buy it from you for 20? You freaking heck. You gotta haggle right. You gotta do these things. You gotta, there's ways. My new sword is a no touch unless it's me. Alright, there's nothing wrong with that. This blade has tasted goblin blood. 49, or I'm out. Well, Tallsteel looks to himself and grabs his shaven face, about a day's or two overgrowth, and proceeds, I'd rather have the sale than no sale at all. You have yourself a deal there, butterfly? Just don't know. Never seen one of you guys before. And Skullface asks, can I get 20 for it? And Tallsteel goes, I'll go no lower or no high. No, he goes, son, let me tell you something about weapons found in the battlefield. They're worn, they're torn, they're used, and I'm not going to get much of a profit for selling it, much less, maybe I would probably even melt down some of the metal to use. But if it was maybe magical or in some better condition or brand new or some legendary, something, otherwise, to me, son, this looks like a used up mace found in battle. There's still blood sticking to the sides. As I kind of grab my chin and I'm like, yeah, that's I remember that hit. Ew. Yeah. Agreed. I mean, there's some animes that I don't mind that are a little darker, but that I'm good on that. Tentacle monsters. I also tell everybody, let's not spend too much time in the smithy. I'd like to head to at least one of these stores to find some healing potions. I thought you didn't care. He goes, I thought you didn't care about magic. I don't make magic. He proceeds to answer, oh, you remember well. What I said was, I can't prepare magic. I don't deal with magic myself. I deal with the earth itself. But I do, he proceeds to answer and continue on, but I do know the value of magical items. Yeah, me neither. You know what that probably stems from, Ranger Paul, is major aggression and frustration. Probably perfect timing that we're actually going to the store before everybody else. Oh, okay. I forget. Silver should actually be with you. I forget. Silver's here too. Remind me if I don't remember. Silver will still follow you around. He won't really leave you if you tell him to stay, he will stay. But he mostly stays with you though. Otherwise, then he would just disappear. So, a warning. Yeah. Okay. And Monarch proceeds to buy the boomerang. So, what was that? 50? Did we agree on 50? He hands the man 50 gold. And you bought a boomerang. Alright, let me double check what this bad boy does. 1d4 plus your strength, which you have none. Oh no, that's what Dex. Sorry, you have Dex. My bad. I was wondering. I'm like, it's a Dex. It's a range. So 1d4 plus Dex. Write that down, Monarch. Write down its damage, and it will return. Cool. Skullface also you know, points to Silver to his side, and he asks how much would a dog's armor cost? And the man looks down at Silver and has a slight grin, and he seems to be okay with, you know, the animal, and scratches his beard again, thinking. He goes, well, I've never actually done that before, but I suppose it could be done. I will need plenty more ingot, and I will need at least about 3 days to complete this task. But it'll run you about 300 gold. It'll 300 gold for the cost and the labor. And then as DM, I'll tell you this right now. It's gonna give him, what's his armor, right? Armor is 13. I'll say it gives him +1 for now. It'll give him another armor class up. All right, Ranger. Well, you have a good rest of your afternoon or night. Good luck in school tomorrow. Yeah, and then if the Ranger video is good, There's somebody I recently been watching, the Davy Chappie, and he has a lot of good videos to instruct people into new things. So if you ever want to check out his channel, I actually recommend it. Skullface showed it to me. It's pretty funny, and it's got a lot of things to explain stuff to beginners. He talks really fast, but it's very funny. I recommend it. Like, he doesn't like the Ranger class, so you know, be careful with that. Like, it's not that he doesn't like it, he's upset that it's so underpowered. It could be more powerful. I've never personally, up until now, thought it was that underpowered. But the way he explains it, it's like, yeah, there's some things that could be done better. But there is, if we actually start having you play and you've been around for a while, we would look into the revised Ranger that has a little different stuff. Okay, so Skullface, that's what he says. He will need about 300 gold to cost the ingots, the labor, and about 3 days to finish his project. You know, if you don't have the 300 gold, you know, he'll still offer it to you. You just have to go get it, you know. I'm reading here. Okay, and Skullface proceeds to say, hold on to that offer, sir. I will gladly bring you that coin once I've procured it. Just give me some time, and don't use the metal ingot. Tall Steel, you know, nods, not annoyed or anything like that, nods in agreement, and you see him kind of a stem of curiosity on how he's gonna do this. Oh, you said you whistled for him? Good. Fine with me. I believe it. Alright, so you're good. I'm good. I'm not looking for any armor. Skullface, the Tall Steel, takes a look at me and he and compliments my armor and says, "That's a mighty fine spiked armor you have there, sir. It looks like a real nice a blacksmith made that for you." And I smile and I laugh because I know where he's getting at, and I'm like, "Yes, you know, my wife bought this for me. You met her earlier, the Queen." And he goes, "Queen, huh? Did you ever? Yeah, yeah." He was like, "I remember her." I'm like, "So you're the king, huh?" I may have heard whispers of Dracovia, but it's you know, I may have heard whispers. Nothing bad. I heard last thing I had heard that it was destroyed by a necromancer witch." And I proceed to answer him, "Yeah, you're looking at the two people who took her down, and these are my friends, and you know, they helped me defend the castle against, you know, my kingdom against bigger evils. You know, it was definitely a venge quest for me. You know, and that's how, you know, me and my wife met." And Tall Steel says, you know, "Well, that's quite interesting. I hope to hear more whispers about Dracovia in the future." And with that, I'm good. Are you guys good? We can head to the other store. Nafan is done building her habitat. Well, if you want to join, we're heading to the next store. If you don't want to show up to the other store, though. I was going to pass by Barthen's. I think I remember seeing he had health potions. I don't remember. "Just keep the mace as a bit of prepayment," says Skullface. The man proceeds to take the mace and kind of just puts it down to the ground, and is like, "Thanks." You know, but you kind of see that it's, you know, it didn't really do the effect you wanted it to do. Go ahead and roll for persuasion. Skullface. Yeah. Okay. So Pro Gamer Guns has also catches up to the group. Right now, Pro Gamer, Cowgirl, and Blue and Gothics are watching the Bugbear and the Red Brand. Pro Gamer Guns proceeds to... who do you want to give the rope to? Gothics or Blue? Cowgirl votes for Blue. Yeah, okay. So Cowgirl votes for Blue because he's bigger. Rolled a 20. Look at that. You got a crit. Okay, with that, he kind of smiles and appreciates the gesture. Good job. Nice 20. Seriously. Everybody spam the 20. Got a critical on a persuasion roll. You can spam it. Sorry. Okay. How? Alright, Pro Gamer Guns proceeds to join the group. We all see her and we wave her over. Yeah. We're shopping right now, basically. Mm-hmm. All right. So we all together after leaving Tall Steels, we start to pass by into the center of town. The town is starting to slow down. You still hear a couple of people. You hear the footsteps and the clomping of horses and children still playing out in the green of the town. You see the well coming up to the head of you as you head into the center of town. We find ourselves in a familiar area. We are in the center of Phandalin. To our left is the inn and Barthas, the direction to the inn and the Barthason's provisions. We have the East Indian Trading Company we can go to, or we have Barthason's provisions. Where would you like to go, my friends? Perhaps some healing potions? Wait, who? Yeah, we're all here next to each other right now. Like, we're in town. Yeah, I know. I told her she'd come. She caught up to us. Like, she didn't have to talk to us. She told me she does want to start going to Zora, and I figured that she would show up later to come with us. I'm all right. I want to go to the Indians. The Indians. Okay. All right. So Pro Gamer Guns asks, who are you asking? Oh, you ask Max. So Max turns to you and asks, and you hand him some money. You're like, Max, can you buy some potions for me? And I'm pretty sure, yeah, sure, but why don't you just come in with us? Your turn. Oof. Think on your feet. Improv. She just proceeds to say, please buy me some healing potions when you go in. And I proceed to answer back, why can't you just come in with us, Pro Gamer Guns? What are you scared of going inside the store for? You can come in and buy some stuff too. Think on your feet. Roleplay. Kitty. Don't worry, I'm not setting you up. I want to see if you can think of something to get out of it. I'll give you a couple more seconds. Like, I know there's a delay, so I'll give you a couple seconds to think of something to say. But this is one of those talking challenges. This is a challenge to see if you can think of your feet and say something that convinces me that, you know. Well, in a couple of seconds, I'll just, you know, count it as a fail if I don't hear anything. But yeah, you got a couple of seconds, and then if you don't say anything, it's fine. I'll just count it as a fail, and we will move on. Or if you're typing something really long, just press enter and then finish it. Your internet cut out. Oh, okay. Perfect timing. Hello, darkness, smile friend. All right, that's where we left off, Pro Gamer Guns. I told you, I asked you, why do you need me to buy you stuff? I just was kind of innocently as my character, you know, is asking, well, why don't you just come into the store with us? Why do you need to give me gold? Like, you're here, we can go in together, you know, and I'm just smiling, you know, no ill intent or anything. I'm just being nice. I'm a little confused why you can't come into the store. Hello, darkness. Welcome, a dark designer. We're currently on our adventure as the Void, as the Void King enters the banquet hall. He proceeds to see the banquet hall filled with many people watching on the flat display in air as an illusion casts. A scrying spell is watching the adventures of our kingdom. We are in a town far away, about 5 days travel, named Phandalin. We are in the middle of town, trying to figure out where we're going to go shopping. Right now I'm challenging Pro Gamer Guns in a talkie challenge, but we are, the adventure where we're last off is we have a captured bugbear. We're searching for a friend, and we have not found him yet. Short. Are you asking as the DM? Do you think she will remember you? As the DM, I'm saying, yes, you bet your ass she's going to remember you. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Come on, Pro Gamer Guns. There's a way out of this. There's a way to get what you want. Gotta think of something. But I'm gonna give you exactly 60 more seconds, including delay, and then I'll count this as a fail. Because we're holding up. I do not wish to go in. As I ask this question, Pro Gamer Guns just kind of gets quiet and backs up and steps away, and my character Max starts to eye his brow and be like, what? Why don't you want to come into the store? Now I'm asking, as your king, why don't you want to go into the store? You Spooktober game. What's your Spooktober game? Are you doing like a themed scary games? I want to go to the Indians. Before you go in, I ask. I will give you gold. I'm back. My internet's out. I feel I'm still wanted. Do you think she will remember me? I do not wish to go in. I don't see what you're talking about. She didn't answer my question of why she doesn't want to go into the store. Unless her answer was, I think I'm still wanted, in which my character is not going to act very positively to that. Do you remember the incident? I look to her and I go, what incident? No, what incident are you talking about? I do not know what incident. What happened? What happened in the store? Tell me right now. I guess you did not remember. I'm saying this is DM Pro Gamer Guns. My character has still not found out yet. But you're just made it crazy obvious, so now you're kind of stuck. I'm horrible with horror games. I love horror games. I'm not that I'm like crazy great or anything at them, but you know, I do like some scary games. God damn it, Dark Designer. I put my hand on pro. Great job. Don't worry, I'm not mad at you, Pro Gamer Guns. We're playing a role here. This is a story that's undeveloping. Don't think I'm mad at you. This is a story. This is the story. This is what happened in the story. Play along. Try to role play. It's okay. I'm not angry at you. Play it out. Play the part. You know, play a role. Like, you know, stammer. Put it in the role playing. I stammer. I grab back of my neck. You know, like, we're role playing. I'm not mad at you. You know, the character is gonna get mad at you for trying to rob the chick. But as far as right now, Max does not know, and you're making him very suspicious on why the hell you can't go into this store. Being is that Max has told the group maybe 3 times since we've entered town that anybody who attacks innocent people is going to be in trouble with him. As he is on a mission to grow his kingdom. He is on a mission of gathering allies, you know. So take a breath, give yourself a second, and think. What would you say in this situation if you were trying not to get caught, but still, you know, still wanted to be friends and be in this kingdom and stuff like that? Monarch speaks up to speaks up and kind of and says something, and I'm kind of looking intently. My character's looking intently into Pro Gamer's eyes, and Monarch speaks up and he goes, Sir, she says she pooped her pants in the store and she's embarrassed to go in. And I look to Monarch. Roll for persuasion, Monarch. Go ahead and roll with persuasion with advantage, my friend. Because that's what I want. That fucking role play. Mwah, I love you. Come here. Go ahead, you're rolling with advantage. Roll again. Advantage. When I say roll with advantage, it means roll twice. A 7 plus your 5 in your freaking charisma. So 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the number I wanted. 11, 12. Perfect. I look to Monarch and I kind of... I'm like, really? I'm like, oh my god. And I look to Pro Gamer Guns and I'm like, is this true? Like, I'm sorry. You know, and I ask, is this true? That's where we leave off. And your turn, Pro Gamer Guns. Yeah, no, we're playing a role. This is the story unfolding, the drama. You know, this is the story. This is you know, this will forever remember in our hearts this moment of Pro Gamer Guns would rather believe she pooped her pants than that rather have me believe she pooped her pants than that I robbed the store. Which is totally acceptable. Monarch rolled the persuasion. He passed the persuasion roll, just barely, but he did. And being the charmer that he is, and I look to Pro Gamer Guns and I ask, "Is this true? That you pooped your pants in the store?" And that's why you're too embarrassed to go in? Gonna be like everybody's gonna see it. You can do it whenever you want. Just don't do the ability. Just use the coin. Don't do the ability. And it's not an ability. It's a thing. Nah, just wait. We'll talk more about it. All right. So no answer, Pro Gamer Guns, or what? Because I'll accept it. Meh. You realize we have spent 10 minutes on this entire endeavor. At least 15 minutes. As my face, there we go. As my face turns beet red, I admit in embarrassment, yes, I pooped myself. Well, I figured you're a fawn, so you don't wear pants, but you know, like, or if you do wear pants, it's fine. But you have fur on your legs, and like your bottom part of your half of your body is fur, so you don't really need to have pants. But if you wear pants, that's fine. Just let me know. And I go, I'm like, and Max goes, and he kind of takes a thing, but being his heart, you know, caring as he is, he feels the embarrassment in your voice, and his face stops being tense. You see his face stop being inquisitive, and I put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean, you know, for the whole world to know. I guess a couple of you guys knew, but I didn't. I'm sorry. All right, we'll keep this between us. But go ahead, yeah. What did you want me to buy for you, Pro Gamer Guns? And how much gold are you giving me? Nice save, Monarch. You should roleplay like giving him a high five or something when I turn my back. Don't send it in the thing. Send it on here. Well, how much gold are you trying to get me? Don't do it in a whisper. Do it in the chat, because I have to leave everything to go into whispers and stuff. I don't prefer to. Yeah, no, it's not even here. No, how much coin she wanted to give me. How much coin did you want to give me? And if you did type it, then please retype it, because it's deep and buried. Copy paste. I start laughing till I'm crying. And I look to Skullface and I give him a stern look. Hey! None of that. He's your friend. Be nice. Little do I know you're laughing because you know she's lying. Or wait, your character doesn't even know that she robbed the store. Or were you there at the... Does he know now? Skullface knows. Well, I remember he tried to get it out of her in the roleplay, but he doesn't know. And then she said it... Something happened at the store when I was in the back of the store, and I didn't know what was going on.
Haven't had a rest yet, then
yeah.
I would have told her.
Right.
So we're still on.
25 gold. Okay, she wants a healing potion. All right, so we'll see how much it costs. But okay, so we head into the store. All right, ding, ding, ding. Silver. Oh, more pro gamer guns out here. Pro gamer guns proceeds to go a little more closer to the inn. I'm at the side of the streets. Silver. What are you doing with Silver? Skullface. As we head in, Monarch follows behind as well.
He's still following.
Yeah, he's following him right now. But he can stay outside though. He doesn't have to come into the building. Right.
Wolves are bigger.
I gotta make sure this is. Alright. Boom. Yep, this. Might have to make this smaller or scan it kind of, or if it's oh man, there's a lot on it. Damn it. I have an idea. While you read the top, I have an idea on how to give you the bottom. Shut up. But sorry if I'm moving it. Hang on. I can't fit them both. God damn it. Can't read that. It's way too small. I thought Max's character. No, I didn't. Did we go through this of me yelling at you? I think you would know if I knew. My character would yell at you. Yeah, you only bought time, by the way. But, I mean, don't fuck up. Don't, like, avoid this store at all costs. Don't make me suspicious as my character. But honestly, I wouldn't really be asking anymore from, any time for now. Unless you do something really obvious. Okay. So, I can't read this shit, so I gotta look. Four, 5, yep. Demon drug. Wow. Demon drug. That actually sounds up to right now. I walk. Okay, so yeah, the lady, as we enter the store, she looks up and she's like, welcome back. I have a couple of other things from since last time you were here, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I walk up to her and ask, do you have any, let's just say, simple magically weapons? Yes, she proceeds to point to a black opal and red trim around the in a spiral motion down the wooden shaft of a warhammer. She points to it and says, "That's a berserker warhammer." Give me a second here. Okay, I have a readable format for myself, so see this. Not Barlizon's Indian Day 2. There we go. All right. I have a couple of magical weapons, she says. She points to the warhammer, and she says it's a berserker warhammer. When you attack, you use your action to hit it into the ground. So you use an action on your turn, you smash it into the ground instead of doing an attack. All creatures within a 10-foot radius have to do a strength saving throw, or they fall prone. The DC is 8 plus your strength modifier. So if you have strength, I would recommend this. If you don't have strength, I wouldn't recommend it. But that is the save DC is 18 plus your strength modifier. So Skullface, your strength modifier is a 0. So the DC is 8. The creature has to roll an 8 plus your proficiency. So 10. It has to roll a 10. Its damage it does when you do that is all creatures will take 1d8 plus the strength damage. Hey Gothics, it's good to see you. Don't worry, you're not too late. You are currently watching over the bugbear with Cowgirl as we sit outside a little bit up the hill in the Tresender Mountain. We have the bugbear captured, armless, and we have a red brand also captured. We are currently Cowgirl, or Max, Monarch, Pro Gamer Guns, and Skullface are in town shopping while you guys are guarding the bugbear. If you want to, he's peacefully sitting there for so far. He's been docile. You know, he's one arm. He has no arm, and he wants that heal. You can, start walking towards us and meet us at the shop if you like. It won't take you any time. But I figured, Cowgirl, asks you where they went, and you knew where we were because you were with us. I was NPC role playing you. Okay, okay, what's up? Let's see here. I walk up to her and ask, do you have, let's say, magical? I think we talked as DM, but I forgot it was the DM that knew, not the character. Yeah, you're good. Gothics, DM, can you use that? Can you use that instead of can I use that like you? You can. It's just your strength is 0, so I mean strength would help with this thing, and its damage is gonna do 1d8 plus your strength, so it's your choice. It's mostly built for I think a class that's invested in strength. There's also other things. She points to a greenish teal shield, and made of a corundium element, so it has a greenish hue to it, and it has red patches of red in it as well. It is called an animated shield. You must attune to it. You speak its command word, and the shield leaps into the air and hovers, giving you the +1 AC, and you can use both hands instead of just a one-handed weapon. Can you buy some bullets? Absolutely. Gothics, let's see here. Let's get you in here. Oh, it's all covered by menu, I believe, right now, right? Yeah. So Gothics proceeds to head into town as well to catch up to the Fawn and the rest of the group, and finds himself. Pro Gamer Guns is sitting outside the inn. Gothics runs up to Pro Gamer Guns and sees Silver with her as well, and asks, where did the rest of the group go? You guys want, you can roleplay that, but otherwise Pro Gamer Guns tells him that they are at the East Indian Trading Company store, right down here. Let's see here. Okay. Ooh, can you have your blade sharpened? You can. You go talk to the smithy and stuff. That's absolutely possible. I'm sure it'll cost money. Okay, it's simple. It's a simple weapon. Is it a simple weapon? It is a martial weapon. It is not a simple weapon. Actually, it is a martial. I won't say it's not a heavy, because a great axe would be a heavy, but it is a martial weapon. We can magically enhanced bullets. So Gothix enters the store. We hear the ding-a-ling-ling of the store, and we look up and see Gothix walking down the stairs, and we all say Gothix as we're all looking around the store. And Gothix, you know, does one of those standing on the stairs and says, "My lord, my liege," as we, you know, he's standing up there and he bows to us, and we all kind of nod head, bow back, you know. And Gothix proceeds to walk up to the lady and ask if she has any bullets, and she looks to him and she goes, "Bullets? Yes. This is a new thing that I've heard about. I've not seen what yet, but I've been hearing about people making projectiles fly at faster rates using some sort of spark powder. A traveling salesman named Harold had passed through this town one time and sold me." Everybody kind of perks up and hears the name Harold, and tells me and sold me these metal pellets enchanted with some kind of fire magic. They've been collecting dust in the back, but I believe I could pull those out for you. I jump on Gothic. Oh, did you ask for simple weapons? Heard. All right. Skullface proceeds to ask the lady, "Do you have any simple weapons?" And you see a lot of various things. You see common long swords and smaller daggers spread around. Nothing too fancy, but your eye catches a kunai, kunai, a pack of kunais, wrapped in a leather, spread out on the table to the right of near the edge, near the wall, spread out in a leather wrapping satchel. You see 3 kunai daggers. And you ask her about them, and she walks over to them and brings them to you and puts them in front of you and says, "These are made with a refined steel. They are stained to a black color and have a circular end at the end of it, and a thread wrapped around." You see, and she proceeds to tell you it is... it does 1d6 plus your dex in damage, and they are throwable, and it is a pack of 4 of them. Now, it doesn't mean you get 4 attacks, it just means you get to throw 4 of them, and then you have to go pick them back up, because you don't really have any magical thing that brings your weapons back to you. So remember that. If it's something you want to throw that you want to pick back up, as DM, I'm telling you, it will not come back to you. You have to go over there and walk over and pick it up, or it'll stay jabbed in the creature. Later on, there are things and tools and magical things you can do or enchant it or find a wizard or whatever that can make these things come back to you, but right now base they are a pack of 4, and they do 1d4 plus your dex, so they would do 1d4 plus 3 or plus... oh no, but you use charisma instead. You don't use dex or strength, you use charisma, so it would be 1d4 plus 5, and then if you have a curse on the creature, that's another 2, so 1d4 plus 7. You know, it doesn't give you multiple attacks, it just gives you a thing. But Harold catches Skullface. Is there any magical hands? So you see the she pulls out the box, Gothix, as she goes into the back, and you hear rummaging around, and something metal and hollow falls to the ground in the back. You hear it clang, and you kind of hear a curse under her breath, and she comes back with a wooden box. It has dust on it, and she puts it on the table, and you hear the clanking of all the little metal balls inside it as they push against each other in a decently packed case. And she puts it on the table, and you hear the as the little box opens up, and you see about 20 bullets that they don't look like they're glowing or anything magic right now. She proceeds to tell you, I didn't, she goes, I didn't think I was ever going to sell these. There is no demand for this kind of, our ammo or our weaponry in this town. But a good salesman always keeps something things they could sell nearby. Aw, no fun. Yeah, you gotta work for stuff. If you find something later in another store. I also proceed to walk up to the lady, and I go, I would like to buy 4 potions of health, of healing, and I need to double check, make sure I have that. Does everybody have track of their money, by the way? Make sure you're keeping track. Because I am not. I'm keeping track of my own money. And I am kind of keeping track of how much I give you guys and how much I take away. But I don't have exact numbers. I just know that if somebody tells me they have 1,000 coin and I never gave them that much, or if they never sold anything that much, I know they're lying to my ass. Like, I'll know if you're lying to me, but... So just letting you know. There it is. Alright. Uh-oh. Ooh, don't want to lose that. Okay. I have just that much. I have 126 coin. Okay. I was talking to Gothix for catching me. Oh, okay. No fun. I got you. Do you have a base for everyone's gold? Do you not know your gold, Monarch? That's a $50. That's a 50 coin fine. I'll tell you your gold right now, but that'll take 50 coin out of it. Banker fee. It's called a banking fee. But yeah, everybody. I figured we'd all start keep track of our own gold. It's fine. Like, we don't have to do a group gold. We can do a group gold. All right. So Monarch, you have 250 coin. One job. Thank you for the 50 coin. I appreciate it. I have 26 coin left, and I bought 4 health potions. Make that 5. And as you hear her cluttering underneath the table, you hear the glass kind of knocking each other, and she puts up 4 vials of medium to small size vials. Being these are lesser health potions right now, or potion of healing. So 2d4 plus 2. That's 2. What? Yeah. 2d4 plus 2. Make that 5. 1 for Pro Gamer. She has. How much gold do you have, Pro Gamer? Skullface proceeds to ask, is there any way we could talk down a little bit of price? And she says, she goes, well, since you've bought a couple, I'll give you a little bit of change off of it. But how many are you buying? So how much coin do you have, Pro Gamer Guns? Saying you keep track is fine, but how many do you have is what I'm asking. Answer the question. I do. I'm sorry. I'm gonna write it in my sheet, actually, not on paper. I'm actually gonna put it in my sheet. Okay. I have 6 charges left in my wand. What is it? What are you doing? +6 what? No, I did him over. We did it. Yeah. So whatever the number is on the left, plus the proficiency, so it's 2. Whatever the number is on the left, and that name plus 2. When I tried to print out Cowgirls, I didn't get it. Apparently, that pisses me off because her sheet is a little bit behind on hers, and Pro Gamer Guns and her, I have to still go to the library and print out both their sheets because I redid everything and added level 2, but I don't have it. Yeah, that number plus 2. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm upset that you don't have your updated one. I'm sorry. Okay, is there any way I can get you to hang? Okay, well, it's in your Word document. Well, if you're playing, you should have all that at your side all the time, especially when you're playing. You need to know your gold. You need to know your items, your damage, everything. And if that's where that's at, you need to either print that out or have it ready on a piece of paper you write down next to it. But you should have that stuff always ready. It is important to know your gold and keep track of it, because I do not keep track of it. So I will minus 25 from your gold, but whatever price you tell me, I need to know what you think your gold is. Okay. Can I get them for charging right now? That's fine. I'll get 3. Is there any way I can get them for 62? Get what for 62? Get how many for 62? Oh, 3 of them. 5, 62. She looks to you and she says, "Deal. I'll take it." Oh, Skullface, how much gold do you have? Yep, you do. Negative 62 sounds like a good deal to me. Gothics, you're buying the bullets, right? You're buying the bullets. What's your gold at, my friend? 20 bullets. Are you going to be loading that into your gun right now and using the 20, or are you going to keep... just let me know, like, if it's going to be the fire bullets, you know? Like, make sure you do that on the load, though, not on the... Okay, I'm going to choose my turn or whatever. I'll be lenient for a little while, but, how much was all that? 45? But I think I have infinite gold. I think I have infinite gold. Well, Gothics, I love you so much, you do. Everyone's like, hey! Favoritism! 262 gold. Yep, I believe it. You're good. Alright, 262 minus 25. So fucking 512. 7, 8. 7. 3. 237. 237. And you only want 1 potion? I mean, I can loan you and buy it, and you just give me another coin if you want. But you can't. Character. Never mind. If you want to buy one from me, you can later. It's fine. Okay, so 237 for Pro Gamer Guns. Very good. Very good. 184. What did Gothics buy anything? I don't remember Gothics buying anything. I don't know. Less or more? 249. Oh, you do. Okay, you have 184. I have you at 284. It's because I think you were there when we gave 100 gold, and I didn't tell you. So I will let that one fly. You have 284. Plus, he has. Oh, Megan said it. So yeah, the 280. So then the crossbows. How much did you give him for that? Cowgirl sold the loot from the cave too and gave you a cut. Kinda got the armor. I didn't accept anything. You had to go. I gave him like 30. Yeah, so I'll keep it at 240, 284 or 289. Yeah, so you're at 289, my friend, minus 20, so 269. Oh, shopping episodes. It's okay. I mean, it's we got about another hour, so we'll get going. Yeah, if you want to go to bed a little earlier, we can. I have 200 exactly now. Okay. Yeah, you do. You have. Well, what was your total gold you had? Oh yeah, because you have the 30. Okay. Yep, you're good. Yep, you're good. 200. All right. Sounds good, Skullface. So what were you buying, Skullface? Minus 60, oh, with minus the 62 makes you 200, right? Okay. 262. Yep, you're good. I have that number exactly, too. You had 232 plus the 30 gold I gave you, made you 262 minus the 62. You're at 200. Very good. Okay. Next, Gothics, you have the thing. I am at 26 coin. I have no coin. Pyro, what are you doing? Or you're not here? Okay. Pro Gamer's here. She already got it. I'm good. Are you guys good? All I really wanted was potions. I don't have any money for anything else, so I am good. Anybody else need to do anything before we go? My face? We need to do my face? What does that mean? I try to make it easier on you. Oh, I appreciate it, Skullfa. It's not even easier, it's that you want to keep track of your money. It's your money. You're going to be having money in the tens of thousands later. You sure you really want me keeping track of it, or do you want to keep track of your money? I will just know if you're lying to me at how much you have. But I don't, you know, I actually have the numbers right here right now, but, you know, there will be a time when at some point, I'm not going to be keeping track of every fucking number, you know? So it's kind of a trust that envelops with you guys, you know? If I trust you, you're not going to lie to me about how much money you have, and time has passed, then, you know, the less and less I keep track of it, you know? But I think I'll always, as a DM, have a general idea of how much the group has. You know, there's no one's really going to be able to lie about, you could lie about $20 or 20 gold or 40 gold, but not thousands. You know, you're not hundreds. You're not going to be able to do that, you know? I'd like to buy $60 worth of bullets. She only has a pack of 20. I'm gonna explain to something to you as a DM, Gothics. I put that in the store as a rare thing that Harold, you know, passed by and sold it to her, but it was collecting dust. We live in a world where guns don't really exist. Your gun is a thing that you have had and gotten in your backstory, which we haven't entirely created yet, but that's fine. You've created a lot more. But bullets are not going to be as easy for you to get in this world. I will give you a hint as DM. You're going to need to start either making them yourself or finding a smithy that will do it for you, but you're going to need to find the gunpowder, the things. I'm going to be making you work for these bullets a little more. But if we're in our hometown, Harold makes them for you, you know, or Harold can make them to order for you, but only really Harold, and that's near home. You know, but guns are not a very big thing in this world, and your gun is an advancement and surprises people all the time. I have 1 million gold. Oh, you do? Okay, let me write that down. Honesty is the best policy. You bet your ass. Okay, anything else? You guys good? Let's say we're done with the store, right? We can move on back to the group. The cowgirl before this bugbear. Nah, he's not gonna do anything, but I do see that you got a potion of health sometime, Monarch, but I don't know when. I have 2 questions I want to ask the DM. I'm trying. Yeah, if it's story. Yeah, I have 2 questions I want to ask the DM. I'm trying to decide which one to choose. Yeah, if it's for the Scroll of Augury, then yeah, make sure you choose wisely. You get 1 question. Word it right, because I will answer it. I will answer it literally. But yes, as a Scroll of Augury that you found in the cave, you are allowed to ask me 1 question about the story or anything you want. But I cannot foretell that if you guys do something that changes that, you know, like, I don't know, you know, I'm not saying I'm planning for that, but I'm just saying, like, if something happens that, you know, say you ask me something like, will we see him in the next 2 days? I can't tell you the fucking next 2 days, and I can't tell you, will you see him? I can tell you if he exists or he's nearby or what. But you have to ask this question very specifically, and I'll let you have one question. As long as you have that. Dude, my signature quote in D&D should be, if anyone gets all the kills before the raping dead corpse. Jesus. Can we just talk about this, bro? Paul, it's dark. It's too dark. Okay. Can I learn to smith when we get home? Absolutely. You can do anything you fucking want. There's things you can do in your downtime. You know, when we get home, I'll start allowing people to do a little more in their downtime. You know, and whether I will tell you guys, this counts in a game. So you know, Pro Gamer Guns and Pro Gamer Guns, Gothics, and Blue want to train their their creatures today, and this person wants to do this, and we're streaming on like a Wednesday, and I'm like, okay, you know, I will say, let's do this. This is one day off, you know, of a normal D&D day that I will count this day as training in the game, you know, so anything you do, you know, counts, and then I will make notes of it. But I was thinking about being nice and like having us have our downtime when we're home or off quests, you know, that okay, a day has passed and you've been training to do smithing, and you know, you have this much skill, or you know, you're getting there, or whatever, you know, look into more mechanics. But I steal smut from you. Okay. Bullets? Anything else, Gothics, did you want to do? Yeah, it's also not about your own kills. You'll learn, Ranger Paul. You're doing well. You're welcome in my kingdom. Just, you know, come hang out. You know, stick around, and I'm sure we'll have lots of fun in the future. Okay, so is there anything else you guys want to do in the store before we leave? Because this is pretty much all I need to do. I as my character, I walk out of the store and I say thank you to the lady as I walk out, nod my head, and you know, I put my hood back on my head. You know, I have like a kind of not Assassin's Creed hood, but close to it, like those kind of hoods that drapes over your head and or drapes over the top of your head. And I walk up to Pro Gamer Guns, and you know, and I joke around with her, and I say, I think I still smell the shit in there. Just kidding. And Pro Gamer Guns kind of shoves me, and you know, in a joking manner, and I hand her the potion of healing. So Pro Gamer Guns, write it down. You have a potion of healing. It does 2d4 plus 4. Write that down. 237 healing. 2d4 plus 2. Sorry, 2d4 plus 2. (2d plus 2). Okay, that'll give it to your health. Oh yeah, you missed it, Gothic. So before you came in, Pro Gamer Guns almost slipped up with her character and let my character Max know that she had tried to rob the place, you know, and had a moment of a lapse of judgment. And my character still does not know, Gothics. Like, Max still does not know that she tried to rob the store. And she almost slipped up, but we gave her a little word challenge, and Monarch came in for the save and rolled a persuasion and convinced me that the reason Pro Gamer Guns did not want to enter the store anymore and wanted to give me gold to go and buy something for her was she was too embarrassed to go into the store because she had pooped her pants and felt embarrassed to go back to the store. And I had Monarch roll persuasion for coming in for the save, and he rolled had it with advantage, and he rolled and got it and convinced me, and I felt bad for her. So my character Max still does not know. She has botched time. Well, honestly though, my character's not really gonna question it anymore, but yes, so that was funny. All right, Skullface. I walk up to Gothics and say piggyback ride. Gothics goes, sure, and hops on the back of Gothics. Anything you need to do, Monarch? And they head out the store together. Skullface, you know, has to duck, and as he, you know, almost hits the door frame, just barely, kind of, and Gothic seeing with his reflexes, seeing that Skullface is trying to compensate and not hit the door. Skullface kind of gives him a nudge and hits his little head on the one of his horns on the wood frame, kind of almost chipping it at the edge of the corner where the corner meets. His horn kind of chips it at the end as it goes, and they kind of share a laugh as Skullface tightens his grip. It should have been deception. That's true. It would have been. That is true. You are right. It's deception. You're right. It's a lie, not persuading. You're right. Thank you, Skullface. You're right. It would have been deception. But either way, Monarch has high charisma. His deception is a +5. Like he would most likely get it with advantage. Anything charisma based, he really is not gonna have much trouble with. He's our talker. He's gonna convince people to let us go. Sharpen my knife every morning before breakfast. Men worry so much. As Ranger Paul starts talking about a story again, the handmaiden looks to him and goes, "Shh, we're watching the show." I'm just kidding. They're talking about his adventures. Ow. Okay, so we meet back with her. Is it time for bed? No, I don't want to. Okay. Okay. We get back with our group. We all are happy with our stuff, and we start to, should we head back? And we all nod, and we start to head back out of the town. It's about maybe 5:30 right now. It's only been about 30 minutes in game. The town is still starting to wind down as kids are starting to head home for supper. Other people are heading home from work or the mines. You see a prospector walk by you holding his pickaxe behind him with the dirty, scruffy, sweaty look of a day's work on him in the mines. Jesus Christ. I whistle for Silver. Silver following suit as the group heads back towards the majority of the rest of the group, watching the bugbear. The Sleeping Giant Inn starts to have a light emanate from the inside, but like the Red Brand told us, that it's just the innkeeper or the bartender. Grilda, the dwarf, is watching. All right, so we get back to the group and we find Blue holding the rope that's holding the bugbear or the Red Brand at a distance. Okay, so we were talking about with the group last we checked was using the bugbear to take us to Cragmaw Castle. Oh crap, it just... Right, at least it crashed now, not later. Can't. I devised a name for my steed. Zyro Zero like from Zero from like from Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, I like that. Currently, they are both. He is chilling just between two buildings behind the Stonehill Inn, along with Percy and Molly, chilling on the roofs next to him, all kind of hanging out with each other, keeping an eye on each other. It is about 5:30. I don't remember when was the last time you guys fed your creatures. I do know Pro Gamer Guns fed Molly, and I figured you did as well. Zero, Spyro. I walk up to. Oh my God, kitty! What the hell? It's Jesus. It was my cat. Okay. Jinx. What the hell? Come here. Come here. I have devised the name. Okay, I walk up to the bugbear and crouch down and meet eye to eye with the bugbear. Skullface moves past Pro Gamer Guns a little bit and walks up to the bugbear, sitting on the ground with his back to the ruins wall. Red brand right here. Silver sticking close to your side. Alright, last time you ate silver, right? You're good. I think you guys are good. Dinner time is coming, though. It's about 5:30, and we haven't eaten, and we've been in like 2 or 3 fights since. So we're definitely using some energy right now. Okay, so what did you want to do, Skullface? Basically, the group is all talking together. This is the time for everybody to make plans. Do we want to take this bugbear and force him to take us to the Cragmaw Keep, which is about 50 miles, or not 50 miles? We don't know. He said it. Yeah, he said it was about a good walk, about a good 40-50 miles from the town. It is about south towards just a little not too far from that crag. It's not south, too far, but it's farther from here south, but that's all we know. So the options we have is we take him and we get our mounts and we figure out, are we going on horseback? Are we going on foot? Who's leading? Which direction are we going? And are we taking him with us? And he's probably going to slow us down because he's too big to ride a horse, and he's got his walking speed, which is fine, but he, we'll see what's going on. All right, I'm giving too much now. My landslider eats grass. That's fine. I accept that.
Open the world of music. A new streaming service with the official audio and video. Playlists, live performances, and the rest of the story you can't find anywhere else. It's all here.
I'm not here to. And Skullface leans down, looking eye to eye with the bugbear, and proceeds to say, "I'm not here to hurt you, but if you try something, I will give you a reason to be scared. I form a ball of energy and do intimidation." Go ahead and roll. No, my hair. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Why do you guys think about tying him to a tree? That is fine with me. I think, he is tied right now. The bugbear is tied. He's got one arm down. He is sitting. He's got no arm on the left side. Cowgirl promised to give him a heal if he doesn't give us trouble. I think she said she'll give him a heal a little later, though, right now. But she will give him a heal here. And he is docile. He is not arguing. He is... Go ahead and roll for intimidation. Okay, there you go. 23. So Skullface proceeds to kneel down and grabs the ball and tells us, don't give us any lip, and he proceeds to tell you, you don't need to beat a dead horse. My arm, it hurts. I will take you to Cragmaw Castle. But he also proceeds to say, it is a decently far journey. It'll take us at least about two days. 2 days travel, maybe 3, depending how fast we go. To Cragmaw Castle. Depends how much. No, say about 2 days. Depends how fast. If we're going fast, slow, or normal. If we're going fast speed, we have negativities things to perception and stuff. You kind of take a perception hit. You can go at normal speed, and we do about 24 miles in a day, normal speed. We do about 30 miles in a day, fast speed, but we have negative, things on past perception and things sneaking up on us. Slow speed is you're able to use stealth and be stealthy the whole time, but it's about 18 miles of travel. So we would have to make camp at night and go into the next day and proceed to find our way. So, is that what we want to do? Is everybody packed up? Do we want to just start heading out? We can, Are you going to lead us into combat? He proceeds to answer that no, and I probably would want to work out something that if I take you to Cragmaw, that you would release me. If I take you unharmed, I take you unharmed to Cragmaw Castle, that you would let me go. I cannot face my comrades. It is quite a dishonor to be captured. I'd rather take my chances in another land. Yeah, right. Cowgirl says deal, but I want the castle in sight. What do you guys say? And Skullface proceeds to say, I close my hand, the energy just dissipates. I'm truly sorry for that. We can give you an amazing place to stay if you wish. The bugbear's ears perk up, but he tells you, he goes, I prefer the company of my own kind over the company of people, of commoners. Okay, sound like a plan? So he's gonna lead us. We gotta travel though. Are we traveling on foot? What's the plan? We can travel on horseback, I think. We can't travel on horseback because he's too big. We're kind of forced to travel. So if you guys want, we choose to travel at fast speed, medium speed, or slow. They all have their benefits. Fast will get us there sooner, but we have negatives to perception and stealth. Medium is normal, but it takes still a little longer. About 18 miles, I think, a day. This place, he tells us, is about a good 40 to 50 miles south of here. So... All right, but you dare betray us, and I will not, and you will not be tied with a rope, but hung from a tree. the agreed, and everybody nods and goes, here. And the guy and the bugbear nods and closes his eyes and nods in agreement. And I say, all right, so let's lift him up. Let's start heading out south, right? Is there anything you guys need to pick up from the inn or anything? I think we're good. Call your guys' mounts. You guys head into town. Go get your mounts. Pro Gamer or Max, Tiefling, Monarch, Cowgirl. We proceed to all, like 2 of us, me and the Tiefling. We grab the ropes that are tying to him and pull him up together and lift him to his feet. Were you gonna heal him? Okay, go ahead, roll the heal. Cowgirl proceeds to grab a orb, forms in her hand, and she prepares a healing orb spell, or healing orb. 9. Okay, good. All right, and you see the ball of orb go over, and the wound seems to magically heal around the not the stomach. His arm is gone. It's like a crevice, like it's a shape cut. It as it shapes, it heals. His arm is not returned, but but the skin is closed, the wound is closed, and the wound is stabilized. And he proceeds to thank you. I will not let you down. And we preserve whistle. Okay. I look at him and say, if you ever need my help when you let go, I will not be your enemy, and I hope to find what you wish, and the best of travels. Okay, so we proceed to head together. We need to head into town. What about this red brand, guys? We all turn around to notice the red brand still tied in a rope.
I ask him, give me one good reason live, and I have
Cowgirl proceeds to ask, give me one good reason why I will keep you alive. And go ahead and roll an intimidation check. Plus what?
My stuff's so messed up, but
what's your charisma score or ability modifier?
Everything else.
Okay.
Shit and stuff like that.
He proceeds to stutter and to say that he could also he doesn't know the way to Cragmaw Castle, but he promises not to betray us. I need to roll for something for him.
Full face and say, give me one good reason.
You can tell, all right, he what's it called? Cowgirl, you can tell by his answer that he is not, there's something wrong with what he said. He's not entirely truthful. Yeah, your insight, basically. He didn't roll a very good deception, so. Go ahead and roll your insight. Go ahead and roll a 20. See, never mind. He's telling you the truth. He's telling you the truth. You believe him. Yeah, but you help me out here. Yeah, It wants to hope on. Who wants to hop on Molly? Well, right now the bugbear cannot walk, so we're limited by the speed of the bugbear. Or cannot. The bugbear cannot fly on the griffin. He is way too heavy and too big. He cannot ride a horse either, so we are kind of forced going at a speed of walking. It is now about 5:30 in the afternoon. About 6 o'clock now. Spent about 20-30 minutes talking to this guy, figuring out what we're gonna do. We start to head into town with What? Okay, hold up. I want to kill him. Cowgirl rolls for wants to kill him. Hang on, let me put us back. We head into town. Murder this guy in town. So I also look to Cowgirl, and I don't really care either way. I think we've already made one promise. I don't really care for this guy. I could take it or leave it. What do you guys want to do? I won't argue with it though. I kind of just, I don't disagree with it. I wish to try and talk him to leave peacefully. Well, that's not going to be too hard. He'll definitely walk away from us, and that's not a question. Is whether do you trust him walking away from you? So go ahead, everybody cast a vote right now as the group. Cast your vote. Thumbs up for live, thumbs down for death. The thumbs have it. I don't trust that. Okay. If I'm the tiebreaker, then I'll fucking tiebreak it. I don't trust him. Skullface. Gothix also proceeds to say, I don't trust him, as Cowgirl and Gothix and everybody starts talking. The red brand is kind of pushed a little bit over to the side so he doesn't really hear us. As we kind of all take to the side, the bugbear can hear us, but the red brand stands nervously to the side with the rope tied to him as the rest of the group kind of conversates on what our plan is. What if he comes back and kills Silver? You never know. Damn dog. Couldn't get us any info. He's the middleman that could come back later. Yep. Thumbs down. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 thumbs down, 2 thumbs up, and a neutral. All right, he's gone. With that, the deaths have it, and go ahead, do what you play it out. You don't even have to roll for attack. He's not moving. Go ahead. No, Cowgirl, go ahead. Since you were the one trying to vote for it, I'm gonna let Cowgirl have it. Cowgirl proceeds to grab a fireball, poof, in her hand. The red brand, sees it coming. I'm waiting for her type. I'm waiting for her to finish what she's typing. What are you? Ball of fire in my hand. I walk up behind him and push my hand into the back of his neck, and his hair catches fire, and he slowly dies and turns to ash. You do that, and all of a sudden, you guys see a pile of ash in the shape. I then collect the ashes in the shape of a man. As it consumes him, you start to hear the blood-curdling yells as he falls to the ground, burning to ash, and Cowgirl proceeds to grab a little bit of that ash and put it into a jar. Okay, I searched the ash. Sorry, I always collect the ash of my burnt enemies. Yeah, you can collect the ash. Yeah, that's fine.
4 times and
Yeah.
I have a bottle of ash.
Yeah, and our Cowgirl's been working on something. Okay, so... So, are you searching the ash, or are you just taking the ash? Are you searching the body? Are you taking the ash? But his...
Like, the bottom half of
There's
it,
things
so
on
it's
him,
just
though,
that,
like
but I was,
there's no weapons on him, but there's his personal medals and things that he had. What about this thing? He had things on him, though. Do you want to? Why not? Alright, sorry, I always collect the ash. Be back in a bit. Oh no, Gothix, no. I go and pick up my rope. Okay, you got your rope. A little bit of the end is ripped off. The rope is now about 10 feet instead of 20 feet because he was wrapped in the rope and that rope burned. So now you have about 10 feet of rope. So write that down. It's no longer 20 feet. It's about 10 feet. Okay, so we gather our friends. Let's take them right here. So let me pull out. Okay, so we're going on foot, but we're bringing our things, our friends, and where are they? Boom. Blue calls Percy. Percy is flying overhead. Molly is coming. I take it you're riding Molly. Pro Gamer Guns. Okay, so who's leading the group in the forest? This is important. And what speed are we going? Cowgirl votes medium. Molly the Dolphin. M. There it is. Powders. Monarch votes medium. Shivers down my spine. Mama. Okay. 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 All right. Sorry. Sure did this. Okay. If I remember correctly, the rope was cut 30 feet. Okay, so it's about half, so 15 feet. It's kind of what it says. It's no longer 30 feet. It's 15 feet. If it was 30 feet, I'll give you that. It was 15 feet. It's about half of what it was. You got 5 more feet. And I search what ashes are left. You search. Go ahead and roll a perception, wisdom. Go ahead and roll perception. It's fine. Move on from the rope. Okay. Just let it go. All right. So rolled an 11 plus your perception. What's your perception? 12, 13. All right. Okay. All right, so Skullface looks around and searches the ash. He finds a couple of belts and, you know, a belt and some metal chain list, but you don't find anything, Skullface. Okay, so let's see here. So we're starting to head out of town. We're heading from the north part of town down south, and we're starting to head out of town. It's about 6:10 by the time we start to head out of town, and we find ourselves hitting the Tribor Trail and heading deep into the forest. The trail starts to become more thick and a little more, or a little less worn in areas. Yeah. I can take, yeah, you can take the belt. Go ahead, write down a belt buckle, 1 metal belt buckle in your inventory. Okay, guys, so we're starting to head out of town. You were passing, we're heading into the forest, and we're going about medium, right? Speed. Let's see here. You start, as we're walking, we start to see, you know, the creatures and animals start to gather more. You're hearing the birds chirp. You hear a rustle in the bushes, and as Gothix is walking, who's leading the path? We have to find out. We need to figure out packing order. You want to lead? Okay, Cowgirl says she's leading the charge. And we're heading south on the trail. Cowgirl notices a cricket, you know, jump out of the grass near her and jump into the bushes off far. You hear running water as you're crossing the path, and it's a little more tranquil and peaceful than it's been in a long time. It's, you know, it's been a while since we've been out in the wilderness, and as things get deeper, go ahead, babe, roll a 20 right now, or roll a 12. Roll a 12. 12. Roll a 12. Okay, no, hang on. Sorry, roll a 20. Sorry, roll a 22. Sorry. Damn. Yep. Okay. So, as we're heading down the trail, Cowgirl starts to hear a noise. And what was that number? Okay, roll another d4 too on top of it, please. Do it. It's part of the thing. These are necessary. It's not that you did bad or anything. 3. Okay. Okay, give me a sec. Give me a second. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to move over down to here. I need to check something because this is, of course, the one thing. Okay, I got you. Not that. There it is. All right. So we find ourselves walking down the path. The birds are chirping. The sounds are nice and tranquil for once. It's been a while. You know, we're enjoying the peace and quiet. You know, you hear the wind blowing. You hear the rustling of the trees and the leaves. And Cowgirl stops the group. And she takes a second. Work. Haste. Yay! Haha, look at everybody. Alright, so packing order. Who's in the lead? Who's in the back? I need to get this first. Cowgirl's in the lead. I'm following closely second. Skullface is with the bugbear. Gothix is probably walking with you too. So the bugbear will be between us, right? I would say the bugbear stays between. Tied to a rope? Or are we letting him... He's tied. He's got his rope tied on him. We need to add another rope. Do you want to add Pro Gamer Gun's rope to that? Pro Gamer Guns, do you want to add your rope to it so he's walking? He's tied up, but he doesn't have a rope that somebody's holding to him. Now, is that what you guys want to do? He's got one arm. He's, you know, he does need us, but I'm just saying, like, you know, your choice. This is just a thing. Blue is going to stay up top here too on the far left. Pro Gamer Guns is on Molly. Silver following closely behind Skullface. Blue on top of Percy. And Gothix, I take it you're riding your Landstrider as well. Monarch, where are you at, my friend? Making small talk as we talk. You hear Skullface asking questions to the bugbear. Okay. Oh. Okay, so here we go. I need to do this first. This is important. Normally I would be rolling this dice on my own side, but you guys are gonna see this. This is kind of why I want to get dice, so I can roll these things and you guys don't see this coming. Because this, to me, is what gives it away. We're fucked. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Alright, everybody ready? Fucking, Cowgirl stops the group. You see the Molly and, Blue, you know, and Percy flying in the air, and they kind of see us stop, but so they kind of come back around, and they are watching as they slowly flap their wings, and Cowgirl kind of puts her hand to my side, and my friend, she goes, I hear something in the bushes to our left, and all of a sudden, 5 wolves come jumping out of the bushes. Bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum 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 bum. And now the relaxing music turns into scary music. But this is what I need a mixer for. So I can just push these buttons and not have to do. Nope. It actually no you can't. No. It's just not a surprise round. Or. Ah. Oh God, rear rape. Okay. Where are you? There she is. 1, 2, 3, 4. They come running out the side, almost stopping in a line as they block the road in front of us. They're growling, their snarling teeth and rabid-looking faces in front of us as they face north towards us and we face south towards them. Molly cannot attack yet. No. You haven't trained her to attack. Oh no! You have to train her to attack. Okay, so H. Everybody go ahead and roll for initiative. Babe, can you help me out with that? The initiative, keeping track of it. While I do this and get the stat block down so I play this right. Yep. What? Nice, Monarch. Nice. I got a 20. That's cool. Okay. Okay. All right. So what is the initial? What's the order? Okay. I rolled a 15. Gamer guns. I need you to copy and paste it. Just copy and paste it. Okay, then do it for him. Okay, so 6. So what? Okay, so Skull is 6. All right, Pro Gamer Guns is 16. Okay, Monarch, Pro, me, enemy. You said Monarch, Pro, me, Cowgirl, Pyro, and then enemy. Enemy. Skull. Okay. Monarch, you are up, man. Also, by the way, I kept forgetting to tell you, your poison spell is a cantrip. It's not a spell one. I really forgot to tell you that. It's actually it's a DC. That's why it's not that strong, because it's a cantrip. So it's not a spell. It doesn't take a spell slot. Okay. Just so you know, if you cast it, it's damaging, but it doesn't take a spell slot. So whatever you end up using, and I need to keep your Dissonant Whisper at hand because I don't remember. What is that? Okay. Okay, there we go. I have him ready. Yeah. I'll go for a Poison Dust on the middle wolf. Sounds good. Oh, I'm going to give him colors. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to give him colors from left to right. It's always going to be red, blue, whatever. Alright, go ahead and roll D12, man. I'll go tomorrow. Oh, okay. There you go. There's your colors. 5 wolves from left to right. Red, blue, green. The monarch is attacking them. Go ahead and roll your... no, not on this one. Oh. And this Poison Dust spell is a D12, and I do the DC con. It's a spell. 20, and I want to. This is why I want to get maybe a dice, so I can just be like, okay, he rolled this. 17, so he passes, but he still takes the damage. He just takes half damage. Okay, so what did you get? You got a 10, so he does 5 damage. Red, blue, green. I'm sorry, I'm catching up. Green, orange, purple. Okay. So green is that's not bad. Okay, so okay, very good. Okay, so Monarch gets ready and he goes, all right, guys, let's get this party started. And he starts to flap his wings a lot faster, and the green dust starts to emanate from his butterfly body, and a cloud goes towards the wolf and lands, and the wolf starts to, you know, that animals do, and he takes 5 damage. Who's next? Okay, good. Pro Gamer Guns. I hop off Molly and use my Naginata to slice the throat of the green wolf. Very good. Okay. Pro Gamer Guns. She uses Molly's movement to take her to about here. Lands. You are on Molly. I need you to roll a go ahead and roll a 20 for me real quick. So you can fudge the rolls, right? No. And it's for go faster. I could put a camera on the damn rolls. We should throw. Okay, cool. Go ahead, do your damage. All right, she jumps off of Molly. In the same momentum, she runs towards the wolf and gets ready to attack with... What are you attacking with? Naginata. She grabs her Naginata from behind her, spins it around, gets ready to move in for her attack. Oh, 1d plus 4, 2d plus 4, so that's 6. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. She goes up and she grabs her Naginata, and she actually, instead of going from up top, she spins it. She brings it down to a slower thing. She turns the blade facing towards the wolf. The wolf barely sees it coming as she strikes upwards. The wolf yelps, tries to jump back. Slice comes through its throat, and the wolf falls and yelps to the ground, dead. My turn? Okay. I seeing follows suit with my friends. I go, all right, guys, I'll show you how it's done. I shouldn't have said that. And I come running towards, I'm gonna say, oh god, I'm gonna go towards the blue wolf. Alright, so I 5, 10, 15, 20 right here to the blue wolf, and I roll my attack. What? I got a fucking critical. Holy shit. What can't you do? I go in for, so let me see, I just need to make sure I can do this. Let's see here, boom, 12. Let's see, yes, okay. So, I grab my fucking sword. Let me do the dice. 1, 2. Yep, I did. Let me, before I do all the narrating, I need to know how strong of a hit I do. I actually have to roll 6. I rolled 20 twice because I have 2 swords.
I know we rolled 20.
Yep, and I rolled 20. Yep. But I do a d6. I don't do a d8. I do a d6 plus my strength, not a d8. Christopher 6, 4, so 5, 9. And the first one's critical, so it's 5 times with 10 plus 4, that's 14. Okay, so I grab my fucking swords and I'm like, let's show you how it's fucking done. And I fucking I go towards the wolf, and I run past him with my left sword. I turn around from my back, my other sword, and I do a kind of twist, and I bring my sword down, and I bring it into the back of the wolf, taking him out as quickly as I possibly can. You hear this yelp and this shriek as the wolf falls dead, limp on my sword, in the ground. He is now dead as well. All right, who's next? All right, fireball to the red one. These things don't have a lot of health. Critical fail. What'd you get? You got a 1. Oh, pro gamer or cowgirl gets a fireball ready in her hand, and she shoots towards the wolf. The red wolf, seeing it, jumps out in the last nick of time, jumps to the side just a little bit to dodge the fireball, and it growls at her angrily. Right, who's next? Who's next? Enemies next. Okay. Let's see here. So, this one's gonna move here. And he's going to move. No. He's gonna move towards Max and attack Max. There are no allies within 5 feet, so he does not get his thing. So enemy's gonna roll 13 plus his attack, which I just got done writing. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Dirt, just barely fucking hits. All right, the fucking wolf jumps at Max, and Max tries to. I put up my hand in shape, and the wolf bites my hand, dealing 7 damage. I let out a fucking kind of cry of agony as I take 7 damage. $15. Boom. Okay, the other wolf goes towards pro gamer guns, and the purple one also goes towards cowgirl. The first one attacks pro gamer guns. The other wolves follow suit and see that the other 2 go down, and they move in for an attack. 7 plus their 4. That is a miss. The wolf jumps at pro gamer guns, and she moves to the side, and the wolf misses its bite attack. The other wolf moves in to attack cowgirl, and the wolf is about right here. This wolf is right about here. And the wolf attacks cowgirl and has pack tactics. Rolls twice with advantage for being near a 5 foot near an ally. Rolls with advantage. 13 plus 4 is 7. What's your armor class? 16. All right. The first one. It is the best of it. 13 plus your plus its attack which is 4, so 17. Okay, so the wolf attacks towards cowgirl. She also puts her hand up and do it. Do it.
For it?
No. What is the fire shield? Or cast it. Play it. Role play it. It's +5 to your AC, right?
Yep.
As the wolf jumps at Cowgirl, the cowgirl, you see in slow motion as time slows down, everybody's eyes grow as the wolf jumps towards Cowgirl. Cowgirl, in the last second, does her reaction, a spell called Fire Shield, and yells, Fire Shield! It is a variation of Shield, and pops up, giving her another 5 AC. The wolf jumps at the shield, poof, gets knocked back by an invisible Fire Shield. Does not take, or not invisible, but by a Fire Shield, and poof, get knocked back, and does not hit the attack. And that is a level 1 spell, right? Okay. Need to mark that down. Where'd my pencil go? Really? We have not done a rest yet?
This leaves
Okay.
and a nap.
Okay, we got a rest.
That is it for me.
You have done 3 spells?
Or I've done 4.
You have
No,
one
I've
more
done-
spell.
No, I'm pretty sure
You
I've
did
done
2 heals
2
and a
sleeps.
thing, and that's it. Or you did a...
2 sleep, so Fire Shield makes 5.
When did you do a sleep? No. When did you do a sleep? Yeah, did you do a sleep on the bugbears?
I did a sleep on the red brands. Sleep while we ate. We came back to help you guys.
You
And
did a
then
sleep
healed
on the
during
red
the
brands.
bugbears.
When did you do...
So
You did do a sleep on the red brands? Yeah.
I did 3 level 1
Okay, so you have
spells
no
with the
spells left?
bugbear.
Damn. Okay. All right, that's okay. Okay, so Cowgirl has no spells left. All right.
Somewhere.
Yeah, we're it's getting dark. Right now it is about I'd say about 10 o'clock right now. Okay. There's no more wolves. Okay, who's next? Pro Gamer Guns, you're next. What? Okay, Pro Gamer Guns is not back yet. Who's next?
Oh no, Monarch's next.
Monarch, you're next. Go ahead and type that for him. I have to. Hey, Laws, it's good to see you. We're playing our adventure right now. We're being attacked by wolves in the wilderness on our way down to find a find the Cragmaw Castle. Okay, go ahead, do your
no,
turn.
It's Skullface. Skullface go?
I don't know. No, we didn't. Okay, ow. Okay, Skullface. Yep, it's Skullface's turn. Sorry, Pro Gamer Guns. It's Skullface's turn. My bad.
I'm trying.
It's fine. All right, Hurt. Yeah, we're gonna call it here in about 20 minutes. Okay. Actually, we'll call it after this fight because we have to go to bed early and it is 10 o'clock. No, stop hurting my friend. Damn it! Broke my pencil. I say it's fine. I say in the demonic voice that shoot an eldritch blast out of my mouth at the evil wolf. Stop hurting my friend. As Skullface, go ahead and roll for attack. $16, it's a hit. As you see, the Tiefling warrior. Which wolf are you? The red wolf. Okay. So fine. Say Skullface moves up here a little bit and shoots towards the red wolf. This eldritch blast emanates from his mouth. Just comes towards the red wolf. It hits the wolf. You see this, piercing sound of energy hits the wolf. And he does 6 or 8 plus 5. Yep, your charisma. Cool. So doing 13 damage. The wolf doesn't even see it, barely sees it coming as he hears the voice get louder, and he sees this red blast just comes, and you just see this silhouette shadow behind a blast of red light as it consumes, and you just see the shadow just dissipate between the red eldritch blast. Yeah. All right. Who's next? Pro Gamer Guns, you're next. I start cackling like a madman. You start to hear this using his thaumaturgy cantrip. He increases the volume of his laugh. My Nagana on the orange wolf now, this time slicing him in half. 12 plus thing. Yep, you're good. Hit. Alright, so Pro Gamer Guns grabs her Naginata, and it's in her hand still, and she holds it tightly, and she runs towards the other with the fresh blood of the other wolf on the Naginata. She slices in a upwards motion down towards the wolf, attempting to slice him in half. Rolled 2 plus 4, doing 6 damage. The Naginata, the wolf kind of shifts to the side, and the Naginata slices, but cuts the shoulder, using a nice huge gash on the shoulder. You hear the wolf yelp out as it takes 6 damage. Okay, Monarch, you're up. The huge gash left by Pro Gamer Guns is bleeding out, and you see like almost cartilage and bone near the shoulder of the wolf. I throw my boomerang at the purple one. Very good. Monarch, having the shrink ability, had bought a boomerang about this size and used his shrinking powers that he has as a fairy to shrink medium to small items to fit his hand. Out of his 6 appendages, he uses one of the 2 on the sides, you know, his 4 legs on the bottom and his 2 other on the side, because I believe they are 6-legged. He throws his little boomerang. It has a white strap around the edges with a reddish circle in the middle. And it is a wooden boomerang, and it flies towards the wolf. Go ahead and roll for attack. You roll attack. I rolled a 3 plus Monarch, your dexterity. You are proficient in small items. It is a 3 plus 5 is 5, 6, 7, 8. Miss. Okay. So the boomerang flies past the where the wolf, and the wolf kind of just sees the wood thing as it's spinning. It's kind of spins, and you hear it kind of fly up a little bit in the air, but then it flies back, and this little boomerang comes back into Monarch's hand, and he holds on to it. This enchanted this boomerang. Gothics, go ahead and roll for initiative if you want to join the fight. It's almost over. Go ahead and roll 20. Who's next? Monarch, I am sorry you missed. Pro Gamer Guns, you're up. Is there anything else you want to do? You can. I mean, you can. I don't know about bonus actions that you have, that you know you have, but I don't think you really anything else. So, Gothics, we proceeded. What you've missed preceded. We took the Bugbear. The Bugbear has agreed to take us to Cragmaw Castle, in search of Gunderson Rockseeker and this so-called Black Spider. And he has told us about the King Grawl, a bugbear that you know, we've heard the name before in the Cragmaw hideout, but this name King Grawl, we've heard at least once before. I turned a wolf to ash. Yes. Alex rolled a 7. Oh god. So that's right above Skull. Sorry, Skull, you got pushed to the bottom. Okay, so no, my Pro Gamer Monarch, you went. It's Pro Gamer Guns. It goes Monarch. Monarch rolled a 20, so Monarch's first. Pro Gamer Guns rolled a 16. She's second. I rolled a 15, or I get third. Pro Cowgirl, do you remember what you rode for initiative? Do you remember? What? Yeah, Cowgirl's a 9, so she's under me. Enemy is a what, 8 or something? 8, so that was thing. So it's good. The initiative is correct. Unless you what? Skullface went, and then Monarch. No, she didn't. We stopped it, remember? We did? No, he did his... Oh, you mean we did Monarch second. Oh, okay, I see. We did. You're right. We did mess it up. God damn it. You went before you. Twitch is not right. Yeah, you're right. So, keep moving. Move on. So, who's next? Oh, I'm next. Yay. 6 plus 7, I believe. No, 6 plus 6 is 12. Damn it. Okay, so I grab... I get 2. I get 2. So I go up to the... I'm gonna go up to the orange wolf as well, and move in for an attack and come from behind. And the wolf hears me coming, and dodges to the side a little bit as I swing wide and miss my first strike. I come in for a second swing with my second sword. 18, there you go. Plus, so 6 plus 4. And we roll the damage. 4, 5, 6, 9, 9, 9. Okay, so I missed the first one, and in frustration, I grab my sword and I kind of throw it into the air a little bit, like vertically, and I spin it. It kind of spins in place, and I grab it and I bring it down on the fucking wolf, and the wolf barely even yells out a yelp before taking. That's everything. Yep. Taking 9 damage, and I come down onto it and slice it towards its back of its torso, and the wolf hits the ground and is now done for. Who's next? Cowgirl, you're next. Got the purple one left. Go ahead, that's a hit. Fireball. I rearranged my room. Now Molly has no clue what to do with herself. That's funny. 7, very good. Okay, so Cowgirl gets a fireball in her hand, and she, starts to gather the power, and you start to feel the heat as she pushes her fireball past Pro Gamer Guns and hits, or no, right next to her, and hits the wolf, dealing 7 damage. The wolf is singed. The fireball hits it on its side, and the fireball kind of spreads a little bit, and but the wolf takes, you see the red searing of the fireball hit the wolf's side, and the wolf yelps out, and you smell the smell of burnt hair once again enters our nostrils. Who's next? Enemies next. Well, the enemy sees that all his comrades are dead and decides to run the fuck off through the bushes. And it flees. And I will roll to see if at least there's a chance to do this. 20. Yep, boom. Wolf is gone. The wolf stealths away and disappears into some bushes. And everybody yells out, "Yay!" We beat our encounter. Good job, everybody. Alright, so the group, if there's anything else, otherwise I will narrate if something, you guys type something, but I will get this, I'll narrate this. So, when it's my turn, can I do a double stab and gun with my saber guns. What I was doing is your saber guns is a one type of weapon attack. Like, you're lucky that it's a 2d8 plus a 2d8 plus 5. As that is considered one attack. Your saber guns is a part of the same attack. If you want to do a single attack and a sword, that will take a second attack because that is using two different weapons. Whether it's, you know, the saber gun and something else, or a knife and something else and a dagger, that is considered two attacks. Your saber guns, both of them, are considered one attack. Later on, if you want to try and do something like that, you can, because you will get multiple attacks. But right now, based on your abilities you have, Gothics, you do not have a double attack yet. You will get that soon, but to balance, your saber guns are considered one attack, and your katana is considered another type of attack. I see what you're saying, though. You want to have one sword and one thing. Okay, so boom. I walk into Silver and hug him and say, "I'm sorry you had to see that." Very good. Silver, seeing all this, go ahead and roll an animal handling check, Skullface. Roll a 20. I would like to loot. Go ahead and roll for perception, Pro Gamer Guns, or investigation. Investigation, not perception. Roll for investigation. Roll 20. I vote we find the source of the calm water and make camp for the night. It's magic. I am magically exhausted. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, so you guys heard some soft water to the side. Let me see if it's right here. I got it though. The forest is once again cool. Pro Gamer Guns, you find some wolf pelt and some, you know, the wolf. If you want to, you want. Skullface got a 20. Very good. Plus your bonus. Nice. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, it passes. The Silver was a little worried. He had his tail between his legs, seeing, you know, fellow creatures of his type. Being that it's only been a day since you've had him, was a little worried, but walking up to him and doing the animal handling and calming him down and petting him has calmed him down and has seemed to have a good effect. Pro Gamer Guns got a 13. You can try and skin the wolves, but you just have a bunch of wolves. Bunch of pelt. If you want to skin it, you can. Just let me know. And that is a nature check. Another roll 20. Based on what your nature is. But everybody starts to gather themselves. And let me see if I can set this up real quick. Yes, wolf pelt. I don't know. It's just wolf pelt. I mean, you could try and do something with it. Think about it. You know, this is an open world. This is an open world. There is no. Yeah. This is as far as an animal. You're not gonna find gold on an animal. I don't think you even find gold on animals in Skyrim. Sometimes, very rare, but it's person. Yeah, then it finds. But I've never found gold on wolves. I've always found pelt and just claws and shit. But it's a pretty open game, Pro Gamer Guns. If you want to get creative, but you can put wolf pelt into your backpack, but you need to roll a 20 to nature check to see if you succeed at it. Or did you butcher it and fuck up the pelt? Whoa, 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 whoa! Two songs are playing. Go ahead and roll a survival check, Monarch, for me. Monarch is going to attempt to see if he can find a campsite nearby. He heard the water running. He's going to attempt to see if he can find the direction of the water running. I am going to I'm going to assist Monarch on it as well. So we both head off to the left of this trail, and we head towards what we heard, the soft water and frogs and stuff. Go ahead, Monarch. Roll with advantage, and because I am helping you, I am another set of eyes out helping you. That is how advantage kind of works. 2 people can help search for something, but 2 people cannot help each other unlock a door. One person can unlock a door at a time. You know, I've had to look into how helping each other works. What?
I just think about everything.
You go get him, yeah. I found an amethyst on a wolf in Skyrim once. Good for you. That's pretty cool. Mubot gave me a 14. Okay, what's your nature? 0. Okay, so Pro Gamer Guns, you attempt the red wolf to try and take the pelt and skin the wolf. As you grab your a dagger that Gothix throws to you, you ask to borrow one of his daggers. He willfully, you know, he's on the ride of his Landstrider as you call him over, and he walks over to you and you ask, you know, may I borrow your dagger for a second? And he grabs his dagger and throws it, you know, to the ground next to you, ding, and you proceed to nod and thank you, and you grab the dagger because the Landstrider is really tall. So you grab the dagger that's on the floor and you attempt to start to type 2, but you start cutting the pelt. You start missing. This is the first time you've ever tried to skin a wolf. You start to and you fuck up the pelt. I'm sorry, that pelt is no longer bueno. It is a torn up piece of meat. Boop, boop, boopity boop. Monarch, did you see? Roll. Monarch rolled a 7. Monarch rolled a 5. Jesus. Well, Monarch, you can't seem to find anything. Monarch and Max don't really find anything. Anybody else want to try for a survival check? To go ahead, and we kind of call. Who has good perception? I call over Blue, and I'm like, Blue. Blue is, you know, is flying mid-air, and I kind of whistle to Blue, and he comes down with Percy, and they land next to us, and you hear the flapping of the feathers of Percy as they land on the ground in kind of a small thunderous land, and I proceed to tell Blue, hey, you know, help us out and see if you can find that running water. We heard it coming from the west over here. So Blue's like, absolutely, my lord, and with a gust of wind flies up, and the creature and Percy also get advantage because it has keen sight, which gives it advantage to things that work with sight. And trying to find, well, they had 20. Nice. Roll 20. Very good, very good. Okay. What would I need? 14 is a pretty high number. You can't ask that. Sorry. Good question, but you can't ask that one. I want to have silver. You're good. So for Pro Gamer, or so Gothic or Blue proceeds to see the pool of water and comes back from out of view. We lost his sight. He comes back and he proceeds to land in the same spot. And then I ask Blue, I'm like, so what word do you bring, fellow knight? And he says, my lord, I spotted a pond not too far up the way. We can camp there for the night, for it is getting dark, and the darkness is the night is dark and full of terrors, my lord. And I nod my head and I agree, and I tell everybody, let's pack it up. Let's start heading in that way. We'll make camp for the night, okay? As nighttime slowly starts to make its way. I want to know the exact name. I look Silver in the eyes and I say, I will die before I let you die. Silver, you know, lets out a thing. So we start to head out, leaving the other 3 bodies behind. The group starts to head together to go find this site that we could go camp at. You start to hear the crickets, and you start to hear the vibration change to a nightly what's the ambience or environment? That's the word I'm looking for here. We start to head off the trail a little bit off the path, deeper into the forest, and find ourselves near a pond. And it takes us about an hour to set up camp. Gothix proceeds to make the fire. Pro Gamer Guns and Cowgirl finish up their tent, or finish up a tent for Pro Gamer Guns, and Gothix and Skullface pull out their tents, and they start to build them, and everybody prepares for a long rest. We are now, so the bugbear. What do we do to the bugbear is a good question. So we have our campsite. You guys do not know how long I've been waiting to use the nighttime stuff. All right. That was here. Alright, so this is here's Pro Gamer Guns and her tent. I might have to pull out a couple more tents, but I gave us all tents. We brought tents from the kingdom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody bunking together? Does anybody who? And also, we start to talk about who will take first watch and what are we gonna do with this bugbear. Me and Cowgirl's tent is the one on the bottom right here. I'm sitting on a log, looking at the fire. Percy and Blue are about right here to the left. Gothix sitting at the fire as well. Monarch doesn't need a tent, so Monarch can tent bunk with somebody if he likes. No, you don't. Don't you dare lag on me. Perfect mime. I want to cuddle up with the bugbear. What the hell, man? I hope Monarch gets eaten in the middle of the night. Pets Zyro. Zyro lays down and I cuddle up with him. Very good. And let me right, yeah, right. Alright, so let me copy some more of these. You start to looking for all that loads. Give me a second. Sorry, trying to do something. Everything needs to load. Oh. Start to hear the fire crackle as the nighttime starts to envelop us. So who will be taking first watch? we'll call it here. We're going. Sorry. Okay, I want to cuddle up. Agreed. Give me the silver. Give me and silver a tent. Good. I take second watch. Okay. 2 to 6 a.m. Very good. Me and silver try to fish. That's fine with me. Skullface, do you have a fishing pole? Have you bought a fishing pole? Skullface and Silver proceed to walk over to the pond to see. Go ahead and roll perception to see if you find any fish. But the bugbear, I'm thinking we should tie the bugbear to a tree. Is that what everybody's agreeing to? I'm down to give him a blanket. Like, I'll throw him a blanket of mine. Like, I'm cool with that. You know, we tie him to the tree, and Gothix will chill with his friend as well. Oops. Hold on, 1921. All right, I got it. Yeah, we're gonna be calling it. So as the night goes, Gothix, we are all heading to bed. Everybody proceeds to their respective places. We'll continue from here on, but who has first watch? I just need to know that before we go to bed. Who has first watch? Give the bugbear my tent so he doesn't have to brave the elements. I gave him a blanket. He'll be fine. He's got fur. They live in caves. Caves are cold. Well, they live lots of places, but they fucking, you know, they can tough the elements, not that bad. And so far, it is like, you can roll nature to see what the weather's like, but so far it hasn't been anything crazy. Yeah. Ah. Me and Silver will do first watch. Sounds good. Very good. Okay, so everyone agrees to go to bed. We're sitting around the fire. We're laughing. We're eating. We have our rations that we have. It's still, we haven't gone to bed yet. I'm gonna leave it at this right now. It is 9:30 right now at night. We are still up. We haven't gone to bed yet. We've agreed on the first watch, but we will call it here tonight, guys. Let it go, and we will pick up from here either tomorrow or whenever everybody's down to play again. Right now, we are last. We are enjoying around the fire. We are hungry. We are deciding if we want to hunt or somebody wants to go hunting or bring some food, or we can eat the rations, the dry jerky and rations we have, because I gave us at least 1 day's worth of food. But we are all sitting around the fire, talking, laughing, enjoying each other's company. Skullface and Silver are having fun over there in the water, splashing about, looking for fish. They see fish, but they are trying to jump at fish, and Skullface tries to get at some fish. You see the Percy sitting next to Blue as everybody's looking at the fire. The night sky is clear. The fire is crackling. The birds are silent. The crickets are chirping, and every once in a while you hear a frog as well. There you hear a wolf in the background, not too long. But I will call it here. Good adventure today, my friends. Very, very good. I had fun. I hope you guys did. I think we are making good progress. And I will say good night.